Hi, I'm JC, and welcome to Dad Bod with JC. Today I'm going to be, every day I'm doing some workouts. Today I'm going to be doing stretches. With all this working out that I haven't been doing for a long time, my back is tight, my chest is tight, my neck is tight, my upper back, my chest, all that stuff is tight. So about twice a week I'm going to be doing just an hour of stretching just to work out any problem areas that I have. And right now my neck and shoulders are a bit of a problem. So I've set a list of exercises, or I guess stretches to do, and hopefully I'll feel a little bit better at the end of it. So without further ado, I'll get started. I'm going to get started with an easy one. It's a cat-cow. I'm going to hold them for 4 seconds, and I'll do 3 sets of this. So for the cat-cows, I don't know if the dogs are. The dogs might be slightly out of the picture, but they're enjoying the mats here, and more power to them. So I'll get down to the cat-cows. I'm going to hold them in that position for 4 seconds. I'm going to do 3 sets of the cat-cows. So I'll start with a cow. So I'll bring my spine down. My wrists are below my shoulders. My knees are below my hips. And I'll bring my spine down to wherever it's comfortable as a cow. I'm trying to stretch it without getting it to hurt. So it's you draw fine lines there. So I'll hold it for 4, 3, 2, 1, and up for cat. 4, 3, 2, 1. 2 more times. 4, 3, 2, 1, and cat. 4, 3, 2, 1, and down. Cow. 4, 3, 2, 1, and up. Cat. 4, 3, 2, 1. I think that's the right number. I might have stopped one short. I'll take a quick break, like just a couple breaths, and get back down into stretching. It did feel like it loosened up a little bit right here in the middle of my back, more in the middle of my back than my upper back. But either way, I'm trying to stretch my back, so this is a good thing. I'll go through another couple sets of this. All right. I'll start with the cow. My wrists underneath my shoulders, my knees underneath my hips. Going down for the cow. 4, 3, 2, 1, and up for the cat. 4, 3, 2, 1. Cow. 4, 3, 2, 1. Cat. 4, 3, 2, 1. One more set. One more rep there. Down for the cow. 4, 3, 2, 1, and up for the cat. 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, I'll take a couple breaths and do one more set of that. My middle back, that hit my middle back, if anything. Maybe a little bit towards my upper back. My upper back does feel a tiny bit better. It really did feel like it hit my middle back more than my upper back. But anything around my back, my shoulders, and neck today, that's where I'm aiming for. Hopefully these stretches will help you out if you're following along. And if you're not following along, give a like, give a subscribe or follow. And let's get on with the last set of the cat-cows that I'm going to do here. So again, wrists below shoulders, knees below hips, and down for the cow. 4, 3, 2, 1. Up for the cat. 4, 3, 2, 1. Cow. 4, 3, 2, 1. Cat. 4, 3, 2, 1. Cow. 4, 3, 2, 1. And up for the cat again. 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. That's a good, nice, easy way to start some stretching exercises. I'm going to check out my list here to see what's next. child's pose. I'm going to hold for a 6 count 2 times. So for the child's pose, it's about getting on your knees here, getting the forearms in front, kind of like a doggy does. This should be more like a dog pose, really. My dog, I mean, I'm seeing my dog do this right now. So I get my forearms down, then my forehead needs to hit the ground here. But before I do that, I'll try to push my butt towards my feet. And when my forehead hits the ground, I'm really gonna start to count and try to press my butt towards my feet. So let's see, I'm gonna be down for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There we go. I'm going to go down for another child's pose for another 6 count. Maybe I'll hold it for an 8 count. That felt a little short. So I'll go for an 8 count this time. But again, I'm going to press my butt towards my feet here. I'm going to put my forehead on the mat and press. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and done. All right. I did feel that up on my obliques a little bit. Middle to upper back and obliques, back here. So that's a good thing. That was child's pose. Next up is the wall stretch. So for the wall stretch, the way I do that is I have a wall. I approach the wall at about a 45-degree angle with my body. Then I put my elbow straight up against the wall. Once it's comfortably resting on the wall, I turn this way as far as I can, maybe a little bit more than 180 degrees, and then I'm going to hold for a 6 count. So I'm still turning here until I can feel a stretch here in my chest and my back a little bit. And that's about as far as I'm going to be able to go. So I'm going to count from 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay. So let's see what I got here. I'll stretch. So I'm going to do that one more time on this side, and then I'm going to switch to the other side. So here I'm going to do that again. I'm going to put my elbow up against the wall, my upper arm straight to the wall here. I'm approaching at a 45-degree angle. Then I'm going to use my feet to rotate around and stretch this area without, of course, hurting it or tearing anything. So I'm going to hold for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and done with this side. If you're just tuning in, I'm just doing stretches tonight. I got a lot of tightness in my upper back and neck, and I got to stretch it out. So that's going to be tonight's thing. For my other arm, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to use this door here. Unfortunately, you won't be able to see a ton, but it's the same thing. I'm putting my elbow up against the wall, approaching at about a 45-degree angle, and then using my feet to rotate my body away until I feel a good, nice stretch. Of course, you don't want to tear anything. And then once I find a nice position to stretch, I'm going to hold for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and done. That felt pretty good. All right, I'm going to try that again. Just going to give my arm a little wiggle and come right back at it. So my elbow's straight up against the door here. I got to do something with these bags. So now I'm going to use my feet to rotate my body away from my shoulder to give my shoulder a bit of a stretch. And now I've gone to about as far as I can go to feel a good stretch. So I'm going to hold for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and done. I notice I get a better stretch if I bring my chin away from my shoulder. That actually stretches something. It feels like it stretches around here. Whatever it's stretching, it feels good. So I'm going to keep doing it. I'm probably just going to add it to my notes or just talk through it. That you got to bring your head over. All right. Here, that's it for the wall stretches. Next up is trunk rotation. Okay, so there's 2 ways I do trunk rotation. One is I rotate up, standing on my feet. I think I did that last time, but another way to do a trunk rotation is get down on the floor, get down on the mat. I'm gonna bring my knees up, flop my knees over to one side, and my head is gonna try to flop to the other side. And I'm gonna hold that for 6, for a 6 count. I'm gonna do 3 times each side for a total of 6 times. So we're gonna be there for a while. Before I start on it, I'll get a sip of water. I'm a little parched. All right, so I'm going to do the trunk rotation here. Bringing down I got to bring up my knees here. I'm going to rotate. I'm going to bring my knees over to this side first. My head's going to go that side. I'm going to hold for 6. And when I bring my knees down this way, I'm going to stack my knees and stack my ankles so that they're on top of each other. And over here, I'll do my best to turn my head in this other direction, the opposite direction. I'm going to hold it for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right. I didn't do the best job of rotating that way. I'll see if I can improve it this time around. My knees will go the other way. My head will go this way. My arms, I'm going to try to put my arms out this way. And I'm going to hold this for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and done with the first set. So that was set number 1. I did feel some stretching in my back here. My back got some stretching in. I want to say my middle back. Yeah, not so much my upper back or my neck, but my middle back got some good stretch there. And that's okay. It's working, so it's way up, I guess. I have some exercises coming up that should stretch my upper back and my neck area. Anyway, at this point, I'll continue on with the second set of the trunk rotation on the floor. All right, here we go. So I'm going to be dropping my knees this way. My head's going to rotate to the other side, my head and neck. I'm going to bring my arms over to towards where my head is pointing for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and done with this side for now. Coming back up to neutral, nice and slow. You don't want to tear anything. Coming up, and then I'm going to stack my knees and stack my ankles. Coming back over to the other side, and my arms and my head and my neck are going to point in the opposite direction that my knees are pointing. Once I'm stretching the best I can in this direction, I'm going to count for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and done. Okay, slowly coming back up to neutral. All right. I'm going to take a couple breaths here and come back down for the last set of the trunk rotation. I think my dog needs some attention. Right, little buddy? You stay right there. Uh-oh, he looks like he might be throwing up. He had a little medical procedure today, so I gotta hunt around the place to see if he threw up anywhere while I was doing laundry or whatever. Such a good boy. He's such a good boy. All right, I'm gonna continue doing a trunk rotation. Oh, such a good boy. All right, third set. He might get in the way a little bit. That's okay. So I'm gonna get my back. I'm gonna stack my knees, bring them over this way. My head and arms are gonna flail that way a little bit. I wouldn't say flail, controlled stretch that way. So here we go. So knees up, knees are dropping this way, knees stacked, ankle stacked. My arms and my shoulders and my neck are all bending the opposite way for the trunk rotation. And I'm more or less where I'm going to be, so I'm going to count down from 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly coming back up to neutral. I'm at neutral. I'm going to drop my knees the other way, bring my arms opposite direction, my neck in the opposite direction. I've gotten to where I'm going to go, so I'm going to count from 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And that should do it for the trunk rotation. All right, dog's up here. He's doing good. Good job. Yeah, see, that's what I mean. He's got little forearms down. Good boy. All right, I'm going to check what's next on this list. All right, here we go. Trunk rotation. Oh, next guy up is shoulder rolls. 10 over, 10 under. Doing them twice. So these shoulder rolls are kind of nice. They're just for my shoulders and my, I guess the base of my neck area. So for the shoulder rolls, I'm just going to go over 10 times. So up and over, and you know, that's whole circle thing. So for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, so that's good for that direction. Now I'm going to go up and towards the back and rolling around in circles that way. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and done. All right, that was one set. I still have another set coming through. So of the shoulder rolls. So that felt really great for me. I did have a lot of tightness up here, and that helped a little bit. It focused right on where my muscles were tight. So this next set, I might have to add a third set of this because it really did feel good. So again, I'll get started with the shoulder rolls here. My feet are about shoulder width apart. My knees slightly bent just to keep good balance in case I bobble in either direction. And I'm going to bring my shoulders up and over forwards and around for 10, 9, nice and slow, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And now I got to go the other way. So I bring them up and roll towards the back and around in the circles. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Felt great, actually. I'm going to check, see if there's any chats real quick. Looks good. I think that's it for the shoulder rolls. Oh, I was thinking about adding one more in. They did feel really good. I'll add one more in. I'll take a sip of water first. they did feel really good. And yeah, one more. I definitely won't hurt, and it might help a bit because every time I do this and I'm really mindful of what my shoulders are doing, what the muscles are doing, the stretch gets a little bit better, and that's what we want. Better stretching, better exercises, better form, better feel. So whatever you got to do to improve your feels, do it. Give a like, give a follow, give a subscribe, whatever works best for you. And I'm going to do another set of these shoulder rolls. I'm going to bring my shoulders up and forward and around in a circle for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and done. Oh, not done. I gotta go backwards. So I gotta bring my shoulders up and backwards and roll in that direction for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. My dog's in the picture. Hey, doggy. What's up? What's up, buddy? Okay, I'm really, these shoulder things really work for me. So my dog, he feels my excitement. He's like, yay. What he doesn't know is I'm about to do exercise with him. Little weightlifting. All right. Oh, sorry. I forgot he's got his medical thing this morning, so he might throw up on me. That'd be kind of not so good. All right, here we go. Next up is the neck flex. So for the neck flex, I'm going to start to the right, move over to the left, back and forth, holding for a 3 count in the 3 different positions. So for this neck flex, I'm going to have 3 positions. To one side, to the other side, and down. I'll just rotate through, and I'm going to hold each position for 3 seconds, or 3 count. And I'm going to go through that 3 times. Is that what I have down? Let's see. Yeah, about what I have down. So let me get started with the neck flex. My feet are about shoulder width apart. I'm going to bring my head over to one side. Feel a stretch over here for 3, 2, 1. Then I'm going to roll it down with my chin tucked straight down for 3, 2, 1. And I'm going to roll it back over to the other side with my neck feeling a stretch on the other side for 3, 2, 1. I'll call that 1. 3, 2, 1. 3. Rolling over to the side now. 3, 2, 1. Rolling back to the middle. 3, 2, 1. Rolling back to the other side for 3, 2, 1. That's twice. We got 1 more to go. Back down to the middle. 3, 2, 1. Back over to the original side. 3, 2, 1. Back down to the middle. 3, 2, 1. Back over to the final side here for 3, 2, 1. All right, that was 1 set. I'm going to do 3 sets of that. It felt a little relaxing on my neck. I needed that on my neck for sure. So I'll go through it 2 more times. I want to take a couple breaths of air. I'm talking through all of this, so you might not need as much air as I do because I just keep blasting the air out. Okay, here we go. So I'm going to start over this way again, bringing my neck over and stretching and holding for 3, 2, 1. Bring my chin down to the middle, holding there for 3, 2, 1. Moving it slowly over to the other side, feeling the stretch for 3, 2, 1. So that's one count, I guess. Bringing my chin back down to the middle, to my chest for 3, 2, 1. I'm really feeling the stretch now. All through my back. Right here, I'm feeling it all through, from the top of my head all the way down to just pretty much my butt. This is kind of insane. 3, 2, 1. I've been there forever now. And back over to the original side. I'm feeling this pretty good too. It's coming from about the bottom of my ear all the way to the end of this shoulder here for 3, 2, 1. And back down to my chin down to the middle, and holding this for 3, 2, 1. Back over to the other side, feeling a stretch for 3, 2, 1. That's twice around now. Bringing my chin back down to the middle for 3, 2, 1. I mean, at that one point in time, I did feel it all the way from the top of my head to my butt. But this one, I'm trying to reproduce that, and I'm not feeling it. So, you know, sometimes you get it, sometimes you get the feels, and sometimes you don't. I'll see what I can do to reproduce that. That was something else. So back over to the original side for 3, 2, 1. Nice stretch out to the side, and back the chin back down to the middle for 3, 2, 1, and rolling slowly back over to the other side for 3, 2, and 1. I got some great stretching into that set. That set felt a lot more substantial stretching than my first set. I'm going to go for a third set of that. I'm really hoping my third set is as good as that second set. You know, results vary, and you know, it just is what it is. So I'll take a quick sip of water before I get started with my third set of the, what are we calling these things? The neck flex. All right. Got my sip of water in, and I'm gonna go for my third set. Wow, my neck feels a ton better now. That's besides the point. It does, but I'll start over to my original side here. I always start from this side, just easier to remember which way I started. So start with this side here. Trying to get a good stretch on the side of my neck here for 3, 2, 1. Slowly roll my chin down to the middle and then try to feel that stretch up from my head down through my back for 3, 2, 1. And slowly bring it back over to the other side to find that stretch. I found it here for 3, 2, 1. That's a 1 count. Coming back down to the middle, chin tucked, trying to feel the stretch from basically the back of my head all the way down my back for 3, 2, 1, and back off to the original side for 3, 2, 1. Chin back down to the middle, tucked, trying to stretch from the top of your head down to the bottom of your back for 3, 2, 1, and rolling back over to the other side to get a good side stretch on my neck for 3, 2, 1. That's a 2 count for 2 reps. I got one more set. Got to cycle through my reps one more time to finish off the set. So chin down to the middle, trying to feel a stretch from the top of my head down through the bottom of my back Ooh, got it there. I can feel it on my spine almost. My muscles are pulling up on my spine a little bit, and it's a decent stretch. So I'm going to hold that for 3, 2, 1. Rolling my neck over to the original side. Stretching my shoulder out for my neck, and holding that stretch out for 3, 2, 1. Almost there. Bringing my chin back down the middle. Trying to feel a stretch from the top of my head all the way to the bottom of the base of my back. Looking for that stretch. Trying to find it for 3, 2, 1. And finally coming back over to the other side with my head. Stretching the side of my neck here for 3, 2, 1. Almost felt like in a trance there. Really working the neck area there. Felt great. I hope if you're following along, I hope your results are felt as good as mine. I mean, for these stretches, you really got to get the feels. You really got to look for the stretch. I mean, if you're looking, like I was looking to stretch my neck, and I did the best I can to stretch it, and at the same time not have any pain, because you can. I mean, I could have overstretched it. I could have just bobbed my head. My head, you know, it's got a good weight on it, right? So I could have bobbed my head and caused some pain. But you want to just find that sweet spot where you can just stretch it. Maybe it's a slight discomfort, but no pain. You really don't want pain. The whole point of stretching is to get rid of that stuff. Check for chats. Looking good. All right, so that was neck flex. Next up is the overhead arm reach. Okay, I think last time I did these a few days ago, I think I overreached. So for the overhead arm reach, I just grabbed my hands above me and I reached to one side or the other, and I think I overdid it. So for like a day or two, right back here on my upper lats, I think it's the upper lat area, or I don't know what it's called. Right here, upper obliques. That's the word I'm trying to find. It just bit for a day or two. So I might not be quite as aggressive with this overhead arm reach as I was a few days back. Yeah, my upper oblique feels fine now, but it was a couple days things just were not right. Okay, so for this guy, my feet are about shoulder width apart again, knees slightly bent to keep this a decent balance so I don't fall over. I'm grabbing my fingers together above my head, and I'm just gonna reach over to one side with both my hands like this. And once I get to where I'm going, I'm gonna do a 6 count. But I'm stretching. I'm stretching. This is stretching my upper oblique over here. Yeah, I'm gonna stop short of where I went last time because I overdid it though last time. So I'm gonna hold this stretch. I can feel the stretch. I'm gonna hold it there for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, that felt good. Coming slowly back to the middle, back to neutral. All right, so I gotta scooch my feet over a little bit so I don't hit this wall on the other side. Coming back slowly to the other side. Nice and slow. I mean, you can go as fast as you can go. I don't want to slow you down. I need to go slow. So I'm more or less, I gotta keep my spine in a neutral position. Like on a neutral plane, I don't want to go backwards or forwards, kind of keep it in the middle. And I'm gonna hold this for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and back up to neutral. I felt some popping back here, little popping, like cartilage kind of deal. Maybe, I don't even know if there's cartilage back there. Whatever it is, it felt like a good little stretch. So let me see how many times I got to do this one. I'm only going to be doing this one more time. So I only had 2 sets of this scoped out, so that's what I'm going to do. Let me look at my stat board here. We're looking good. And I'll do another round of this overhead arm reach. All right, coming back up. And stretching over here to this one side. Keeping my spine in a neutral position. Yeah, I've gotten more or less to where I'm going for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Coming back slowly to neutral. I'm at neutral here, and I'm going to take a quick breath and start going to the other side. And I'm trying to keep my spine in alignment. I don't want to go forwards or backwards, just keeping my spine in a straight line. Stretching out my one side here, that's stretching quite a bit. And I think I found where I'm going to be for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now back up to the middle, back up to neutral. All right. Okay, that was some good stretching. I got little pops all over the place. Nothing painful. Goodness here. All right. Next up is knees to the chest. All right. So for the knees to the chest, I'm going to get on my back, and I'm going to roll on my back and grab my knees and try to, with my hands, and try to bring them into my chest here. Bringing it into my chest should stretch my back somewhat. I'll give that a go. Scooch my mat over a little bit so I can get the camera on a little bit better. I'll take a quick breath, and I'll get on my back and get started with the knees to the chest. All right, here we go. So now that I'm on my back, my knees are bent, and I'm going to bring one knee up with my hands, another knee up with my hands. Scooch this through, actually. Get both knees up, and now try to press into my chest a little bit for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And release. So I'll sit up. I'll take a couple breaths of air. That tends to push all the air out of my lungs, I guess. I've always had to sit up after those. And take a couple more breaths. I'll go back and try to press again. Okay, I'll go back. So, getting my knees in my hands here and pressing my knees towards my chest for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right. I got a little bit of a stretch there. I got to revisit that. I might not have my little notes giving me exactly what I need to get a good back stretch. If nothing else, I rolled on my back a little bit, and that provides a little bit of a massage kind of stretch kind of deal. But I might not be doing those right. All right, so okay, next up is neck extension, backward bending. Okay, so this one, I'm going to do this 4 times. So for this one, I just got to tilt my head back and hold it for 5 seconds. So my spinal needs to be more or less in a neutral position. I don't want to bring my spine back or forwards for this. I just want to tilt my head up and back. I should feel the stretch right through the middle here. right through the middle here. Once I get to where I think I need to go with my stretch, I'll start to count from 5. But I'm still stretching here. I'm still trying to find my stretch. I think I need to be quiet on this one because I can feel my muscles, my talking muscles here getting in the way. So I might just count down with my fingers here. I'll count down with this hand. For 5. All right. Hey, that was a nice stretch. I'm completely new to that stretch. I've never done it before. I was just reading about it online, got some notes down, and that was an interesting stretch. Never done that before. I'll try it again. Again, since I'm stretching my neck back, it's my talking muscle, so I'll do the countdown with my fingers here. I guess if you're following along, that doesn't help so much. I'll try to do the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 with my neck up there. It might not come out clearly because when I was trying to talk with my neck up, it didn't come out very clear, but we'll see. Still finding my stretch. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and done. Okay, that was the second set. Okay, for that one, there's a way, apparently, I felt a better stretch on that one. There's a way I was forcing my chin up into the air, and it did feel like I was tugging more away from my chest. My chin was tugging away from the chest, and I did feel a better stretch there. I'll see if I can put it into words better while I do my third set here. So I'll get back into what's this called again? The neck extension, backward bending. So tilting my head up, trying to bring my chin up into the air, keeping my spine in neutral position, finding my stretch. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and done. That was the third set. I have one more set to go. I was able to stretch a little bit more by trying to, with my head tilted back, by trying to bring my jaw into a biting position with my lower jaw into biting position with my upper jaw. I don't know if that'll work for other people, but it did give me quite a bit of an extra stretch. So I'm up there and I'm trying to bring my lower jaw into biting my, hooking up with my upper jaw here, and that added to it quite a bit. So I'll get ready for my fourth set of backward. Let's see, what's this called again? A neck extension, backward bending. All right, here we go. So got my head up, trying to stretch right here, right through the middle, straight up. Trying to keep my spine in a neutral straight position and stretching my neck out. Trying to get my lower jaw involved. There, I'm finding it. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and done. Slowly coming back out of it. I had a really big tug there. Felt great. My voice quality changed a little bit there, I think. Very strange. That's the first time I'd ever done that. And I'm definitely feeling something in here. Hopefully it's not something that's gonna hurt later on. Okay, next up is neck flexion. Forward bending. Pretty much the same thing as I was doing with the backward bending, head bending, but forward here. I'm just going to bring my chin down, and I'm going to hold for a 5 count. This should be a little easier for me to call out the numbers. So my feet are shoulder width apart, knees slightly bent. Spine is in neutral position. I'm just dropping my head down for this to release tension on the back of my neck. As I drop it down, looking for the stretch on the back of my neck. Not finding a ton of stretching. I'm finding a little bit of stretch. And I'm going to call out the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, I did, as I started with my count, I found I was able to deepen my stretch here. It's really about trying to create a bend with your neck in here. It's hard to explain. Just the top, I guess, vertebrae in there. You know what? I shouldn't say anything. Just bend your neck. Look for the stretch. I'm sure there's better resources out in the interwebs out here, but I am able to find the stretch a little bit better than I did at the very beginning of that first stretch. So stretch number 2, forward bending neck stretch. I'm going to lower my chin down. I'm going to look for the stretch for the back of my neck here. Finding it, just barely. I'm going to count down from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's good. All right, got 2 more sets of that coming up. That actually is feeling better than I thought it would with this neck flexion forward bending. So one more set. Actually, I should take a couple sips of water, a couple breaths of air before I go do my 3rd and 4th set. I feel like I'm needing it. Okay, there's a sip. Here's some air. Get my shoulders nice and relaxed. My spine is straight up in neutral position. My knees slightly bent. My chin will dip down. Trying to find my stretch. Once I find it, I'll count down. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. One more set of that. I am finding it. It's difficult to find the stretch there. It's kind of putting me to sleep, in all honesty. So I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. It's probably a good thing. A good solid stretch will probably relax and maybe put me to sleep. So one more set of that. Neutral spine, straight up and down, knees slightly bent, head tilting down so my chin is at my chest. Looking for a stretch at the back of my neck. Finding the stretch. Holding for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And slowly coming back up to neutral. Okay. I'm surprised that worked as well as my notes said it should have worked. You know, it is what it is. Moving on to the next exercise or stretch. Neck rotation, turning side to side. Keeping the back straight and the shoulders still. Gradually turn head left and right as far as you naturally can without increasing any pain. Once the heads reach the rotation limit, hold for 5 seconds. before coming back to neutral and back to the other side. So I'll give that a go. So feet about shoulder width apart, knees slightly bent, spine is in neutral position. It's like a kind of hanging straight the spine. My shoulders are relaxed, and I'll bring my head over to this one side this way, as far as I naturally can, keeping everything nice and loose. About to where I'm gonna be. Keep pressing till I can press no more without feeling pain. We'll hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and back slowly back to neutral. I'm going to go to this other side here. It helps to breathe into wherever you're trying to exercise or stretch. So I'm doing the same thing on this other direction. I'm bringing my head as far as I can over here. My shoulders are relaxed as they can get. My spine is straight up and down. Making any micro adjustments I need to make. I'm trying to tilt my head to back as far as I can go without feeling any pain. I'm about there. I'm going to hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and done with that set. I'm going to slowly get my head back to neutral, and that's set number 1. Got 3 more sets of that to go. All right. Might be able to go a little bit quicker with this. So again, spine's in neutral position, shoulders relaxed, bringing my head over to one side, nice and slow until I can feel my stretch, and I can stretch no more. Hold in there for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Coming back around to neutral position, nice and slow, just unwinding my whatever I've wound up in my neck muscles. Coming back over to the other side for a stretch on this side. It's making my neck go as far over to the side as I can go without feeling any pain. Holding for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and that's 2 sets. Coming back, bringing my head back to neutral and relaxing. I'll go shake it out. I got 2 more sets to go, but I want to shake it out. I'm really feeling these stretches, and with stretching, you're basically using your muscles or ligaments or whatever they are, tendons, to and just using them like a rubber band. So I want to be really careful not to snap the little rubber bands or whatever that are in there. So I'm coming back to neutral a little gingerly. This is the first time. Also, this is the first time I'm doing these exercises. The first time you do any exercise, you probably want to be careful. Fun fact: on day, I'm like 2 or 3 weeks into this series of exercising. On day 1, 2, or 3, I forget where, I was doing jumping jacks and like burpees, and I tweaked my knee, and I haven't done any jumping jacks or burpees. It's probably going to be a while before I do jumping jacks and burpees again, because my knee feels fine now. It took about a week, maybe 10 days for everything to go back to normal, but when you don't do something quite right, when you're doing an exercise for the first time, when you're starting a workout routine, you got to start nice and slow. If you just jump into things and start jumping up and down, and your body's not quite ready for it, it's just going to lead to a world of hurt, like I did with my knee. I'm really happy or eager to talk about it now, because you know, I'm able, like yesterday I went for a long bike ride, and today I did some moving around and I had zero issue with the knee, so feels like I'm back to 100% with that. But yeah. It's you got to be careful of these things, especially the first time around. This is the first time I'm doing most or maybe any of this stuff. So yeah. I'll definitely go a little slower than now than I will in the future, hopefully. All right. That being said, I got 2 more sets of this neck rotation to go through. So again, feet shoulder width apart, knees slightly bent for balance, spine in a neutral position, straight up and down, bringing my head over to this, rotating to this one side till I can feel it as much stretch as possible without any pain. Stretching all the way about now, holding for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Going back over to neutral. Nice and slow. Taking a breath of air. Gonna keep on going to the other side. Keep moving along. Rotating as far as I can. Holding for 5, well, a little longer, a little bit more. Holding for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And relaxing. Coming back to neutral. That one was pretty intense. I went over this way, to this direction with my head rotation so much that my whole head was shaking. So I was really at the edge of what my muscle structure or whatever would allow me to do in that direction. Everything had a little shake to it. I didn't feel like anything was going to tear, so I just kept with it. But I did get the shakes. I don't know if the camera might have picked it up, but my head felt like I was getting the shakes over here because I was at that limit, kind of like a rocket shooting up in the air. It's like da 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 da. I'll check later to see if the camera picked any of that up. So I got 1 more set of this neck rotation coming on. So here we go. I'll jiggle around my neck a little bit and get my knees nice and loose. Start to rotate my head around. Got to rotate as far on this side as I can with a neutral spine. Bringing my head over as much as I can. I'm still pushing. And I think I got to where I'm going, so I'm going to count down from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And relaxing back around. So the first second or two, I just kind of let my head relax a little bit, and my muscles and my tendons just do about half of this turning for me. And from about here on out, I can turn my chin on my own. And then of course here I'll use as much muscle as I can to turn it in this other direction as far as it goes. I'm going to hold it there for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax back to neutral. At first here it feels like a little slide, and then up here I have to take control and actually move my head. The first, I don't know, few inches here, just my muscles and my tendons and my ligaments or whatever just rotate my head for me, like a rubber band. It's a little intense. Again, this is the first time I'm doing this particular exercise that I can remember. I'm pretty sure it's the first time, and it's tripping me out a little bit. It's giving me some different feels that I'm used to or expecting. That being said, I'm pretty much close to being out of time here. I like to do a little bit of a forward fold to close the session. So before I just start into my forward fold, I'll sign off here. My name's JC. This has been Dad Bod with JC. If you're following along, thanks so much. You can click like, subscribe, follow, whatever works best for you. And I'll do my close out with my forward fold. And back up. Thanks so much for joining, and we'll see you tomorrow.